Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann. It is Saturday evening. I have 3 whips to show you, and I'm still working on one of them tonight, but I have 2 new starts for next week, and then it's my birthday week, I believe. Pretty sure. So next week, the 3rd week of October. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Anyways, so let's jump into it. Today I did go down to Spring and I went to 3 Stitches and ABC Stitch Therapy, so I also have a little bit of haul. So let's just show the things, right? So this last Sunday I started the Primitive Hairs Witches of Salem with Emily C. And I got, I think in my opinion, for 2 days, I got a pretty fair chunk finished. So I got a decent list of the names and a little bit of the center row, not center row, but it's kind of like a column break. Kind of looks like wheat, to be honest, but it's green. So yeah, started working on the names. Wilmot Red is the center point. So this really is like the center, but I started over here. So I did the name above, so that finished the top of the page. And then I'm right at the bottom. So the pattern is 3 pages, I believe. Yes. So this is almost all the names on the 3rd page. This one right here is the start of the last name, which is split between page 2 and 3. So, and then majority of the tree and the hanging woman is right here. And then there's there's some more names, like John Proctor is one of the next 1 or 2. And, yeah. And then it goes up. I actually have it right next to me. I don't know why I'm just not showing it to you. So, Mary is the farthest up name that I have. So right here. And then I have to, was I starting on Alice Parker? No, I had done Alice Parker. So from Mary to Alice. So that's all what I have. So that's about how much is on the center page. So the top is the rest of these names. The top up here, maybe it's 4 pages. No, it's only 3. Okay, so I didn't get the top of the top page. Anyways, whatever. I got a good chunk of it done in 2 days. So I lied, sorry. All right. And again, this is on, picture this plus, where's the tag? It is on, Days Gone By Hand Dyed Belfast. Just kidding, 32 count. So anyways, this is my Salem Witches, or Witches of Salem piece. I really, really, really love it. Emily started from the top. And she did Witches of Salem in this really gorgeous, deep, dark purple. And she's doing it on this like really pretty like green fabric. It looks stunning. So, okay. So that was my first new start of this week. I had 2 new starts this week and 1 whip. So my second new start was Brenda Gervais, Spirits and Spells. So I just have my printed working copy. or with my needle, but if you look on the cover of the pattern, it just says Brenda Gervais, but whatever. It's designed by her. So I literally almost finished. I have this leaf and this top part left, but I worked on it for 3 days, and so I just couldn't finish it, but I think in November, I already kind of have an idea of what I want to do for November. I need to finish the Christmas present, The Wine by Ursula Michael. And I think because I'm going to be traveling and stuff, I'm going to take stuff that I think I might be able to finish in a few days to a week's time. So that way I can take like 1 or 2 projects with me and hopefully come back with some finishes. Or maybe like while I'm away, I'll take something bigger so that way I don't accidentally finish something and not have something to work on maybe. I don't know. Leave a comment down below what you think I should do, but I'm going to be gone for a week. I'm going to be off work for 2 weeks. So maybe while I'm away, I will take something bigger so that way I have a lot to work on. Maybe my giant London would be a good one. I gotta dye the fabric though first. It's Picture This Plus Mellow, but I want to darken it with tea dyeing. So I've got to rip out what's already on it, which is not a lot, and then tea dye it. So that could work. I could take that because it's a bunch of like smaller motifs in a bunch of really bright, fun colors. So that could be fun because then I can just do like 1 or 2 little motifs a night while I'm on vacation. That would be a good idea. But the rest of the month I want to kind of do some miscellaneous like finishes if I can. So this would probably be one of them. But this is how far I got. So this is on a piece of 28 count linen. I'm not exactly sure what kind. I want to say this is Jobelin, maybe. Adele, if you watch this, let me know because this is what you sent me. I dyed it like a pink and purple, and then I over dyed it with coffee and tea. And so this is her. Now this orange thread right here, I actually hand dyed that about 2 years ago. So that was one of my original dyed panda thread colors called Rachel's Orange Dream. And there's more of it. Not that one. This little pumpkin is more of it. And these 2 little pumpkins are more of this. So it's pretty variegated. I subbed out all of the colors because I didn't have any of the called for colors. And actually, one thing that I didn't really like about the pattern is that it's called for in all fancy floss and there's no DMC conversion at all. So I just kind of guesstimated some of the colors, and I know that this green is way off from the original, but I kind of chose it because of the fabric, and I really like it. I think it adds a really fun contrast, being a little bit brighter and funkier. I think it's really cool. Do I know how I'm gonna finish this yet? No. I think it might be kind of cool to make it a square pillow, like a little mini pillow, but as a square, because then you get those different geometric shapes in there, and I think that could look kind of funky. And it's kind of already a funky piece, but I'm not 100% decided on that. So yeah, that is my Spirits and Spells, and if I worked on this for 4 nights or a little bit longer on day 2, I totally could have had it done, which makes me so excited for the Christmas and Easter one. And honestly, I may start the Christmas one early in the month of Thanksgiving, in the month of November. Okay, so my final one, a little bit of my haul goes with my first, or with my current whip that I'm working on, and that is the Cricut Collection Master and the Macabre. I am changing a lot of these colors, so I have a different color for the holes in the roof. I have Verdigris for that by Gentle Art. Okay, so that's for the holes in the roof. And I also did the EA Poe in that. And I'm using Old Covered Bridge for the main part of the house. And then I'm going to mix in some DMCs, but I did get another color or two for this at 3 Stitches today. So this is how far I am now. So before I just had the E, the dot, the A, the dot. So I added Poe. I did some of the ink spill underneath the inkwell. Okay, so I did that black leading up to the house. And then I started on part of the house. Okay, so we went to 3 Stitches first. So today I went to Spring. I met up with Vicki and we went to 3 Stitches on Louetta in Spring, Texas. So if you're ever in that area, come check it out. It's cram-packed with stuff. And I got away pretty unscathed at 3 Stitches. Cost-wise, I did buy 2 patterns, and I also bought some threads, and I got a little freebie pattern. Oh, I got what is that's cute. That is really cute. Okay, so I got 2 different colors. I got the Gentle Art Brick Path, which is kind of like some reds, some browns, and kind of like a weird greenish color. So I got this for the extension, the extended part of the castle or house or whatever, and also for the random bricks, because I will show you, this color is kind of the darker version of Old Covered Bridge in a way. This is a little bit more vibrant and has more of the browns and reds in it. So I thought that that would be a really nice contrast and to make the house like really stand out. Another thing that I want to do is I want to keep some of the stuff, the colors that are called for the different symbols in the windows, but I don't like this pukey green color in the background. And I thought about using the glow-in-the-dark DMC thread, but I am going to use that for Poe's face. So I thought about putting those in the room as well, but you wouldn't really be able to see the skull very well because that is white and the glow-in-the-dark would be the same color. So what I decided to do is, instead of doing like a pukey green, I thought maybe like a really dark color would look really good. So that way it kind of looked like the room was blacked out and these symbols really just shine through the windows. So Vicki helped me pick out a color that I thought would look really cool next to Old Covered Bridge, and so we came up with this one right here. It is a really dark blue. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it very well in here, but it's a really dark blue and it kind of has some black going through it to like some brighter dark navy. So it's really going to make these rooms look like they're blacked out and really pop those symbols off of the fabric. So I just really want to make mine a little bit different and more custom and eclectic in a way, and a little bit less, I don't want to say cartoony in a bad way, but some of these bright colors to me seem so cartoony. And this for me is a really, I've always been an Edgar Allan Poe fan, and being very connected to Baltimore and Maryland, I just wanted to have a more dark, spooky, serious feel. And while the charted colors are beautiful, it looks a little too much for me personally. So I just want to tone it down, make it look a little bit more realistic, make the symbols of Edgar Allan Poe really pop, so that way they steal the show and not the muddle of bright colors, if that makes sense. Okay, so what else did I get from 3 Stitches? So my freebie was Tokens and Trifles Trick or Treat. Very simple, literally just says trick or treat. Probably won't stitch this. It's a little too simple for me, and I don't know what I would do with something that literally just says trick or treat on it. And then I got a little card with Stony the Mouse on it, which is super cute. He's really adorable. I might have to stitch him. And on the inside, stapled, is a little piece of fabric with a needle. And it says, don't count the stitches, make the stitches count. And it's kind of like a little calling card. This is the first time that I've seen them do this. I think it is so cute. That is adorable. So, points on that. If you've ever been to 3 Stitches, whenever you first walk in, they have a ton of like models. They have a ton all over the walls and they're all labeled. But whatever season it is or holiday, etc., they put like all these pillows and some specialty models in the very front. And they pull the charts that they have of those models and put them at the front so that way you can buy them. And one of them that I thought was incredibly cute is called Little Britters Boo by Britter Cup Designs. And it is so stinking adorable. This is not happening this year. We'll see. This, I don't know, but it is so freaking cute. So you have the little jack-o'-lantern, the little kitty, a bat, a ghost, a witch, little spiders, and Boo right in the center. So you have majority of your most popular spooky critters. Okay, and then another one that I got is by Waxing Moon Designs. This is one that I haven't seen, and it's called Autumn Minis. I've been looking for a really cute turkey pattern, and this one stitched up. The picture does not do it justice, but stitched up, it uses some pretty bright colors in the turkey feathers, and it really attracted me to it. But also, she finished it as a cube, and the bottom is plain, and the top has this really cool like pom-pom bow on top of it. And the fourth side just says 3 stitches, so you can customize the fourth side. But you do get 3 in 1 on this pattern. So here's the little turkey. He is so cute stitched up. This cute little crow and the pumpkins. And this adorable little kitty with a bat next to the little straw stack with pumpkins. They're all so cute, either individually or as a trio. They are adorable. I think this one would be really cute to do as a white kitty. Not all Halloween cats have to be black, guys. Okay, so then Vicki and I went and had some lunch. And then we decided to traipse on down the road to ABC Stitch Therapy, which you've probably heard of them if you aren't from the area. They have a huge online store presence, but they also have a physical store in Spring, Texas, which actually they're about to move from their Louetta location off to 1960 in about a month. So, yeah. It was so much fun. One of the ladies was temporarily working in there. Today was her last day, but she was from New Zealand. She was a hoot. One of the regular workers was in there. She was incredibly sweet. She always is. I've gone in there a couple of times with Tiffany, and she remembers me. And by the way, Tiffany, if you watch this before I get to talk to you, she says hi, and she misses you. And so Vicki and I literally just got lost in all the threads, and she got some incredible dinky dye silks for, I can't remember the name of the piece, but it's that rainbow band sampler that you can either do in cross stitch or specialty stitches. We also I helped pick out fabric with her, and it was just so much fun demoing all the different fabrics with all of the different colors. And I'll put her Instagram handle down below. You should go follow it because I cannot wait until she starts stitching it. But one pattern that I have kind of been wanting is Lizzie Kate's the St. Francis, or the Prayer of St. Francis, and all of their charts were 40% off. So got a little bit of a discount, but I have been wanting this. It's been on my wish list, so I went ahead and picked it up. And then we were literally just searching through charts, and I stumbled across the Little House Needlework section, and I found this really cool one. It's called Giving Thanks, and it says, I'm thankful for my daily bread and also for my cross-stitch thread. I think I might take out the for my daily bread and also for, and just make it I'm thankful for my cross-stitch thread and shrink it a little bit. But it is super, super cute. It's a little bit older of a pattern from 2015, and it was a Hoffman exclusive, and it came with all the threads. But this was also 40% off because it was in with the charts, not kits or anything. So kind of like a steal deal getting the threads for it also. So another small, this might be fun to start in November because I feel like I could get that done in a few days. So let's see, the colors that it came with are, if I can get them all out of the bag. How should I do this? Red Currant, Roasted Chestnut, Hazelnut, starting to sound like a Thanksgiving dinner, Caterpillar, and Weeping Willow. So really, really pretty colors. And I don't know if I'll change any or not. I'll probably leave them the same. Who knows? If I do anything, maybe I'll add a little bit of blue in there. Maybe I'll make some of the writing blue or something, or make the thread color blue. I always want to change something. And then I found one more pattern. I have been looking for a pattern that has to do with pears for a while, and Little House Needleworks has a couple of patterns that has to do with pears, and I've never seen this one, and I really, really, really love it. And there's kind of a reason why. This is called the Pear Tree Inn. Okay, and it says Pear Tree Inn across the top, and then it says home to pears, spiced, poached, and baked. I don't know what piced is, but it's incredibly adorable. So if you've been watching me for any amount of a hot minute, I am from a town called Pearland, which is just south of downtown Houston, like right outside of South Houston. We're kind of a big town now. It's a city, actually, at this point. But that's where I'm from, and funny enough, we used to have a place called the Pear Tree Tea, what's it called? Tea something. Tea House? The Pear Tree Tea House or something like that. So, and one of the cool, so it looked like an old little red schoolhouse is what the outside of it looked like, was a little old red schoolhouse. And the cool thing about it is, and this was the original location, it had two other locations before it finally closed. A couple of years ago, actually, it was around for the longest time. But the menu at the original location in the little red house was a pear tree, and all of the pears had each menu item. And so this really reminds me of the original pear tree. And so I'm really tempted to make this just a pear tree tea, and then maybe put like what my favorite meal was from there, which they used to make homemade pumpkin bread. So you could like order different teas, soups, fruit, like cups of fruit, fresh fruit, and then little sandwiches. So, oh, the pear tree tea room. I don't know why I can't think of the word room. But anyways, it was a tea room. And so you got like little triangle sandwiches and things like that. And you can mix and match the sandwiches that you got. They made the sandwiches like as you ordered them. It was all homemade bread and like fillings and everything. And they had everything from like pimento cheese to chicken salad. But my ultimate favorite, they made homemade pumpkin bread, and they would put cream cheese filling, and it was literally just cream cheese, like a bagel, on homemade thick slice cut pumpkin bread, and I would get a fruit salad or tomato basil soup. The best meal ever. I loved going to the pear tree tea room. So I just think it would be really fun to make this about the pear tree tea room, because this is literally what the original menu looked like. A little bit more whimsical, but every pear had a menu item in it. And the house was only one story, but it was like schoolhouse red. And so I'm just going to change this in, and I will either take all of these words out and just put maybe like one giant pear right here. Or I might put my order on there. 'Cause I just think it'd be really fun. It was a place that me and my mom used to go to a lot whenever I was growing up, and I love the pear tree. So I did change up a lot of the colors because I wanted it to look the way I wanted it to. So I got tarnished gold, and it calls for 2 skeins of it for like this outside border, okay, and the tree. So I got tarnished gold. I guess I'll leave them held up. I got green tea leaf for the grass, and maybe some of like the leaves and stuff, but definitely the grass down here. And I may do DMC for the leaves and like these guys, but that's a big chunk, so I thought the variegation would look really cool. I got schoolhouse red for the house, because this is basically what the color of the pear tree tea room looked like. And then for the pears, I wanted them to look yellow and green and have really good variegation. And that just wasn't listed on here as Old Gold 729 or 729 is the color of the pears in the chart. So I wanted something that looked kind of like my city's logo, which is a bright light green, to kind of what I remember the pears on the menu looking like. So I went with Amber Waves. And so there's a little bit of that green, a little bit of that gold, a little bit of yellow. So I really think these are going to look really awesome for the pears throughout this pattern, because there's some down here and all in the tree. And I really love this color palette for this. I just love it. So I'm really excited about this pattern. I didn't do too much damage, which is really nice. I just kind of made it a little birthday present to myself, I guess. But I honestly, like, I've been wanting the Lizzie Kate, and I haven't ever seen this pattern. And whenever she said that they were 40% off, I kind of felt justified in getting it because it did come with all the threads. And this one, I just couldn't pass this up. This literally reminded me so much of, honestly, a really fantastic memory of my childhood. So I kind of had like an amazing little freak out moment. I'm really excited to have this, and I want to stitch this so fast. You have no idea. So I don't know. I might have a few new starts in November because if this goes remotely the same speed as my Embroidery Guild by Little's House Needleworks, it's not going to take forever. I'll say that. So I'm really excited about my purchases. This is pretty much it. 3 patterns, some custom floss for 2 different designs, floss for, I mean, it was already kitted. Oh, 5 patterns, my bad. So not too bad. But we had so much fun. Vicky's amazing. I cannot wait till we get to hang out again, because she's been coming to Houston a lot for her work, and we've just, the timings just have just never worked out because she's only had like weekdays to hang out, and this time she had a weekend. So it was really fun. Finally got to hang out. It was so much fun. I don't know what else to say. Yes, I did cut my hair. Yes, I do love it. It is very different, but can also be hidden with my natural part, and it just looks like my hair is pulled back. So I really love that. What else is going on? Haley, I think, is leaving this upcoming weekend because she can't be here for my birthday. I'm having some people over, and it's just going to be too overwhelming for her. Potter is doing good. I'm doing good. And I'm just really looking forward to my vacation in November to Maryland. That's an understatement. For being away from work for 2 whole weeks. I'm so excited for that. Otherwise, yeah, I knew that there's going to be a little bit of haul next week. My fabric of the month is coming. I thought it would be here today, but it'll probably be here Monday. So I'll have that for next week as well. Oh, patterns that I'm working on next week. So I have 3 patterns left for my stitch wheel, and I decided not to spin the wheel. I've spun it several times, and it's given me the same 2 every single time, but it's kind of perfect. And in my head, I kind of already decided that if the wheel didn't put it this way, I would probably force it, and just do it anyways. But I have 2 new starts left on my wheel, which is Lizzie Kate's Halloween Rules and Barbara Anna Black Cat Hollow and the Plague Doctor. And then for my birthday, I'm starting Yellow Submarine. So what I think I'm going to do is next week, I'm going to do the 2 new starts. I'm going to work on Lizzie Kate's Halloween Rules and Barbara Anna Designs Black Cat Hollow. And then the week of my birthday, because I don't want to be in new start overload because I've started so much this month. And I'm now back at 41 whips, which is crazy. But I am going to do Plague Doctor before starting Yellow Submarine for my birthday. So, and I am probably going to go at that really hardcore, so that way I can finish it, and it'll probably take me 5 or 6 days, so I'll probably work on it for 4 days the week of my birthday. I want to start it, maybe I'll start it on Halloween and not on my birthday, because that means I only get to work on Plague Doctor for one day. So maybe I'll work on Plague Doctor Sunday through Tuesday. My birthday's on Monday, and Halloween I will start Yellow Submarine until the beginning of November. And if I'm almost done with it, I'll just finish it, then finish my cousins, and then get into trying to finish stuff and possibly starting at least the Pear Tree one for myself. So yeah, we'll see what happens in November. I really want to finish. I have a couple that are so close to being finishes. One of them is a Christmas stitch, so I'm going to wait until December for that because it's already on my Christmas wheel. But I'm really close to Halloween sampler. I'm really close to Spirits and Spells. I think there's one more that I'm really close to finishing. So it would just be really nice to get a few more quick finishes out of the way. Especially since I added like 7 new starts in the month of October, and and I'm adding several in December for Christmas stitching. So yeah, that's a thing. Whatever. At least I love all of my whips at this point, you know? That's how I'm gonna look at it. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I hope that y'all have a great stitchy week and are getting ready for Halloween and all the spookiness. If you celebrate that, and if you don't, you probably have not watched any of these videos this month because it's all been Halloween stitching. But anyways, I really do hope that y'all have a great rest of the weekend and a great stitchy week. I will see y'all next Friday. Bye, guys.